I am so excited. In a few short moments, the fellas are coming in like a Russian wind. Y'all, this is about to be good. I hope y'all are as excited as I am. We have our amazing host, J. Ray, tonight that is going to lead the conversation with the fellas because I feel like it was important for the fellas to have a little, man cave time. I'm going to sit back with the ladies and let the fellas have it tonight. So, y'all, we have gathered Jared, we have Nicholas, we have Rico, Charles, Jermaine, and Zach all in one place to talk about what it's like being a Black male creative in this industry. Y'all, this is about to be crazy. But before we get started, I need you to do something for me. Yeah. I need you to share this loud with as many people as possible. If you shared before, share it again. He's the same guy back then, and he's the same guy. Share just like the Lord would, okay? Tag as many people as possible and let them know that the fellas have something to say. So without further ado, welcome to the bad boys of graphic design.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's going on? It's your man. It's your favorite cousin. It's your favorite bougie cousin, J. Ray here. I'm excited to host you guys tonight for tonight's Bad Boys of Design conversation. I'm super excited. You know what you need to do? We need you to be sure that you have shared. Have you hit that share button? If you have not hit that share button, we're going to have a few problems, all right? We need to make sure we get some more people in here because we are on pursuit tonight as the Bad Boys of Design. So I need you to make sure you hit that share button. Get your people in the room. Tell everybody you know. Come on in here. Tell that aggravating client, tell that person that needs a new graphic designer it's time to have a conversation with some of the bad boys of design. So I need you to make sure you hit like, hit share, and also make sure you subscribe and follow Jerica so you can be in the know with all the things that are going on in the design world and in the world of creatives. I see you in the comments, Marilyn. We're super excited to have you guys tuning in tonight. Jared, please. We're super duper excited to have all of you guys tuning in. Kylan, we see you. Shayla, we see you guys. We're excited to have everyone in the room tonight. I want you to start letting us know where you're watching from. Talk to us and let us know where you're watching from. We are about to dive into this thing tonight. We've got some amazing fellas, some other bad boys of design who are we're going to have a very powerful and a very humorous conversation tonight about what it is to be in this crazy world of design. Fighting crime, fighting design. Oh, that's good. We are fighting design in the graphic arts world. So I need you guys to be here, and we're getting ready to bring our people up. We're getting ready to bring the fellas up, right? All right, let's see what we can do. All right, first up, who we bringing up? We have the bishop, the high priest of graphic design, Mr. Larico Britton. Are you here, Larico?
What's up, man? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be in the service one more time.
Huh? One more time. When the saints come at the nation get together in the great. We had choir rehearsal. You were late for choir rehearsal, but we rehearsed this backstage.
Tread lightly.
6:50. We rehearsed this backstage at 6:50. We're excited to have you on. Tell us a little bit about you for a quick second, Larico.
Well, I am 31 years old. I am single. I have no kids. Thank you, Lord.
Design profile.
I have been doing full-time design for over 10 years, so about 12 years. I am Stella nominated twice. One for J.J. Hairston's Miracle Worker album, and the other is for James Fortune Live at Rock City. I believe that's what it is. I'm Stella nominated for that. I've been able to work with, and I do work with a host of phenomenal people. I love it. I'm a singer. I'm a praise and worship leader. All the things. I think I am a creative personified, and so I love what I do, and I love who I do it for.
Y'all, Larico set such a high standard, and I say this sincerely. You set a really high standard for us, like in design, but also I think I think you have a very pure heart for many of these things, like the way you present yourself. I honor that about you. So y'all see what Jerica said. Jerica said Larico needs a wife. He put himself out there. My God. He said, I'm 31 and single. Huh? Blow those DMs up, but please blow those DMs up. Put in some requests for some artwork, huh? For some design work. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. He is a prophet. He is a prophet indeed, Danny. I've tried him and I know. Oh, bad. I have tried him and I know. All right. We appreciate you for being here, Larico. Next up, we have my brother, an amazing friend, my bro, Jared Michael. Welcome to the cell, Jared Michael. Welcome to the cell. I guess we're not really in the cell. Technically, we are. Welcome to the precinct. There we go. Welcome to the precinct. That's a little better, huh?
What's
set the cameras free. I won't be bound. Hallelujah. But y'all, we have none other than the amazing Jared Michael. Jared Michael of the Jared Michael Design Company. Jared, tell us a little bit about you.
So I've been doing this professionally now for going on 6 years. As Jared said, I don't work with a little bit of everybody. I'm just glad to be in the number on tonight.
We are honored to have you. Where's my niece?
She's over here trying to get outside. I'm trying to stay in front of this camera as long as I possibly can. And my brother's dog is here tonight, so I'm hoping that
like we were talking about a dog. We had to be talking about a dog.
Yeah.
Screaming. Yes.
Ain't no humans over here.
Oh bad.
I don't need no.
Y'all, I'm super excited to have these fellas here tonight. We're gonna have a very engaging conversation. These two are not strangers to these shows, to these series, as they've all three of us have been on prior episodes of this with Urban Visionaries and Jerica. While we're here, let's shout out Jerica, man. Shout out to Jerica for for us to have these conversations as designers. We love and appreciate it. We love to have a good time. So next up, we're going to introduce who we bring to the stage. We are bringing Mr. Charles to the stage at this time, ladies and gentlemen. Charles, how are you?
I'm well. How about y'all?
We are good. I'm good. I think these fellas doing pretty good too. Tell us a little bit about you tonight.
Born and raised from Columbus, Ohio, where I am lovely from. I've been into design for 10 years, been in the business for 8. And I've just been enjoying myself ever since then. I'm excited for sure.
That's good, man. What made you jump into the world of graphic design?
So I'll be honest with you. My church was in desperate need of one. So we are literally, I think I just got done like fulfilling a certain course there. And then by the time my dad was the only designer online, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and help him out. And then eventually things been growing, it's all right. But at the same time, and then my dad was like, oh, you need to make a business. So I was like, oh, I don't know about that. When COVID-19 hit, now we have an issue. So I decided to go ahead and take initiative, and ever since then, it's been great. So
that's what's up. We are honored to have you here. Is this your first time on the episode, on any episodes?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Man, we're honored to have you. Welcome to the family. We're honored to have you.
Now, I need you to find a power outage or...
I know. I have the battery right here. Trust me.
Strong battery.
Come on here.
Jesus.
Oh, Shabbat.
Come on here. I am so weak. All right, next up, we are introducing Jermaine. Bringing Jermaine to the precinct tonight. We are honored to have you. Hello, Jermaine.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Can you hear me?
We're honored to have you. Yes. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm Jermaine, and I've been doing this probably 13 years now. A little while, and I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. My Florida boys out there, but I live in the DC area now, and I've worked for notable figures in the gospel space, outside of the gospel space, as well. And so I'm just excited to be here with my brothers. I'm really excited.
We love that. You said notable figures. I meant to say,
I'm trying to be humble.
Come on here, y'all are celebrity designers. Profiles. Rico said, I have several Stellars and Grammys and awards. He said, I am an EGOT.
Right. Oh my goodness.
I haven't stated mine because y'all talk about it every time I come on.
Jared Designs. Everybody knows Jared has all the legends. Jared is
I know that.
Yes, comments to the prophet.
Jerry designed all of Dr. Maddie Moss Clark's gold records. And for all of the Clark sisters. He's designed for every single one of them, including Denise. And the late brother. He's designed for all of them. We honor him. Praise him. He's worthy.
It's
We honor Jerry. Jerry designed the funeral announcements and everything.
Don't he do it all? Can't nobody else get a job because Jerry. Gee.
Yes.
All the motion graphics.
I mean,
Everything. He does it all.
Respect.
Jared does it all. But we love him. We love him. We love him. Jared has some big projects on the way too. I'm not gonna tell it, but eventually I can't tell it. I have to let him tell it. But Jared has some major projects on the way, and I'm happy to support my brother with it. Glory to Jesus. But we have one more person we have to get onto the lineup this evening. We have none other than, I love this guy. He is I think he's I'm gonna say my personality twin. I've seen him cut up on social media. He says a lot of what I cannot say. From the seat of the pastor, I think he says it great. Come on, Water.
God,
God. He quenched my thirst.
Run dry. I love it.
You. None other than the designer for the world's bishop. Some trust in horses, some trust in chariots, many trust in Brandon Jacobs.
Come on.
Y'all give it up for none other than Zach. Zach, welcome to the precinct, man.
Yeah. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up, man? What's up, brothers? Y'all straight?
How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, everything is well. Everything's well this way. I'm excited about tonight.
Tell us about
the time. It's gonna get bad in here.
It's about to get real bad. Real bad.
Actually, I should have went and got me some dreads for tonight. Everybody got dreads and a little hat.
A little hair.
right.
Come on here.
Gee.
Oh, yeah. Zach, tell us about you.
Well, you know, I'm from Gary, Indiana. If you don't know where this is, in the Chicagoland area. I'm a designer probably for like 4 years. I just got good probably like a year ago. I have not designed for nobody like real big. You know what I'm saying? But my brothers have though, so I'm super excited about that. These are some gold people. I love all of that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's that. I'm 27. I'm 28. I'm turning 28 in January. Sorry.
But you from the land of Michael Jackson, so it don't matter.
Oh yeah. 27 Jackson Street.
Listen.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Okay. I'll tell a funny story really quick. Speaking of Gary, Indiana, so I have an aunt from Gary, Indiana, and I hope she's not watching. She's going to kill me. So she used to think that the song Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa, she used to think that it said, I'm going to stand on the side of Michael's house.
Oh, my God.
Wait.
What?
I'm going to stand on the side of Michael's
Talk about digging up some words.
That was so random.
Talk about
You say Gary, I just linked when we say Gary and Michael Jackson, it just, yeah.
No, but see, you guys have some kind of repertoire. Y'all have resumes. Now, let the record reflect. I'm the least in the room. You guys have some amazing resumes. Hats off to y'all. Hats off to you guys. All of these guys have designed for very, as I think it was Jermaine that said, very notable figures, and we'll keep it there. They designed for very notable figures. That is an extreme grace. So shout out to you guys. Those are major accomplishments. We're super duper proud of you guys. I think we've got everyone here. We lost one. He decided to leave the force.
I think,
but he'll be back.
I believe it was battery. I believe it was his battery.
He'll be back.
Could be wrong.
He'll be back. Yeah.
He has to go through training a little bit more training. He'll be back.
Okay,
Jared's got the K9 unit tonight. Jared's got the K9 unit, and I'm supervising the force. Y'all, welcome to the Bad Boys of Design tonight. If you have not shared, we need you to go ahead and hit share. Send this in someone's DMs. You know how that client slides in your DMs, think that's the only way they can place that order? And they don't want to go through email, they don't want to go to the website. Send it just like that. We need y'all to do that tonight. Send that in that DM. Just like y'all sent those DMs at 11 last night. Send that. Send this to the people.
I want to say shout out to the graphics for the Bad Boys Design. Y'all did an amazing job with the
Jerica.
Jerica. Shout out to Jerica.
Branding, come on.
Jerica is killing it. All right, fellas. We're gonna play a quick game. Are y'all ready?
Uh-uh.
We're going to, in keeping up with the theme of the
Do we have
Bad
a choice?
Boys design, no, there's no choice. There's no choice here. You are being held against your will at this point. You signed up for this. You signed up for this course. Now get this work. All right? You've gone through training for this very moment. Be not dismayed. But listen, we're going to keep up with the Bad Boys theme. We're going to play a quick game. We're going to play a photo lineup. All right? Now, in the game of this photo lineup, you're going to see artwork from notable graphic designers. You're going to see if you can identify the person who designed the work. Now, I wanted to do some of your work to see if we can figure out who's who, but as Jericho mentioned, it would be too obvious because y'all would get quiet and be like, oh, I'm not going to say anything. But we've got some notable work. Shout out to some of the veterans in the game and some other very notable designers tonight. We're going to see if you fellas can name the designer, all right? You're going to look at this photo lineup, tell us who's the person. You have to pinpoint who's the designer of this work. You ready, Jericho? Let's get our first.
Do we just yell out a name? That was Drew.
All day.
Drew Robertson.
Drew Roberson.
Saw that earlier.
That's correct. Good job. Drew Roberson.
Drew Roberson.
Hello, in the glory, beaming out. All right, who's this?
Nicholas.
Yeah, that's Nicholas' game.
Anyway,
Where's Nicholas?
Nicholas was not able to join us. Nicholas had a conflict in schedule come up, like at the last minute.
He's definitely a prophet.
Something
He's a prophet for the
something rose up inside of him, and he had to go. Listen, the Lord said, "Who can I send? Who will go for us?" Nicholas said,
Who will go for me?
Who's gonna go?
Isaiah didn't say that. That's it. Isaiah didn't say it. Nicholas did, and he stuck to what he said. He's doing a great work. But all right, that was Nicholas. Jericho, who's our next victim? Who's our next suspect? Who is this?
JP.
JP. All right. Okay, they got that one. Y'all are on a roll. Who's next? Who's our next suspect?
Rob.
Is there Rob? Is it Rob? All right, good job. Good job.
Oh, wait, that's who?
Robert Mack.
Oh, Robert Mack. Okay.
Yep, that's Robert Mack.
He's the
And who
beast.
is this?
It's Justin Foster.
That's Justin Foster.
That's Justin Foster. Good job, fellas. Good job. You guys are indeed, that is your official, you completed your training tonight. Welcome to the force. Welcome to the force. You guys did pretty good. Everyone showed themselves to do well. Congratulations to you. You made it. You are now my elite employees. Welcome. Welcome to the force.
Oh my God.
You all have been promoted, fellas. All right, let's get into this game tonight. We've got a couple of things we're going to talk about. We're just going to fire these questions off, jump in. Let's do this conversation. Above all, let's have fun. Again, we're super proud of Jericho for this opportunity to share together and to mind dump, to brain dump, and to say what many people won't say, right? We're here to say what a lot of people won't say. We're going to share a lot of information, but we want to be clear. You have no right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of graphic design law. All right? Want to be clear. Let's put it out there now.
Somebody's screen recorded somewhere.
Someone is screen recording at this very moment, waiting to use it against you. We are not giving away any free quotes. None of that information will be sent tonight because the price will be different for you. All right? Listen, I want to ask this question. Actually, Jericho, I want to do this first. Let me ask this question. In keeping up with the theme of Bad Boys, I have this idea. If you could pick your partner in crime or your partner in design, see what I did there? If you could pick your partner in design, who would it be? Out of the industry, out of someone you look up to, who would you pick?
Kaylin Steele.
Oh, why, Zach?
Because that's my team. That's my team partner. We work in the same church.
She's dope. She's so dope. Oh my goodness.
She do everything.
Killing.
She's so
You
dope.
guys definitely be killing real bad.
What's up?
Okay, Larico.
Can you come back to me? I'm praying on mine.
Oh my gosh. No, the Lord sent it out 2 by 2. You did not get to choose your partner. This is how you do.
I probably would pick I probably would pick Jaylyn. I probably would pick her.
That's good.
Why?
Rico. That's good.
I feel like that she understands the science of design, and then she understands how to articulate what she's designing. And some of my designs are not as intentional as that. They may be good, but they're not as intentional as that. And so I believe that she could help me articulate the science of design.
Intentionality matters. That's a good point. That's a good point. Larico said they may be good, but they're not intentional. I feel that. I feel that because I've been looking at my stuff like, just throw it all away.
Just a few of them. Hold on.
Just throw it all away. Let's just throw it all away. Yeah, Jerica, you took mine. I was going to ask myself, and that was going to be my answer. I'm indeed picking my little sister, Janelle. Janelle has the eye of now. Like, she has been killing the game across the board with all of her clients. And yes, shout out to my Nelly. It is her birthday tonight. The Lord honors her, and we honor her as well. Hallelujah. It's her birthday, so shout out to Janelle. We love you real bad. Jared Michael, who is your design partner?
Now I'm gonna throw y'all with this one but I follow him on Instagram. His name is Ivy, normally known as. He like designs with Netflix and all of that. So a lot of like movie posters and stuff. He will be my go-to, most definitely.
That's rich because I'm gonna be real. I've been picking some of the new Netflix artwork, and it has been killing.
Yeah.
It has been killing. It's been what people don't understand. Things like that make you want to watch a movie, especially when you have the eye design. When I see some of the trailers and some of the graphic work alone, I'm like, hey, this is going to be good. Or they have a killer designer one. It's one of the other. It's either gonna suck and the artwork is good, or it's gonna be really, really good and the artwork is great.
Right.
So we thank and praise God. Let's see, Charles. Who's your partner in design? Welcome back to the precinct, by the way.
It's glad to be back. That was crazy. Ranita Finch is one of the best that I love. She's actually my first creative crush, to be honest with you. She's the bomb, though, I'm not gonna lie. So she's pretty good.
I love that. That's good. She is amazing. She is amazing. Jermaine, who is your partner in design?
What's crazy is it seems like we've been on this streak with acknowledging strong female designers. And so mine is as well. It would be Michelle Cox. Her and I have worked on a number of projects together in the Church of God in Christ. And we just work well together. We vibe well. I love her style. She's clean. She's evolving. And we just work well together. So hats off to Michelle.
He said Church of God in Christ. That was a name drop. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That's wild.
It went from notable figures to Church of God in Christ. Y'all don't hear me out here.
Oh, my God.
Building over the sitting on timber.
We listen and we don't judge.
But that's a very good observation, Jermaine. We have, I think all of us did, well, except Jerry, all of us named female designers. I think there are a lot of female designers who help balance out what we bring to the table. I think those are great combinations. All you guys named some very great partners who are amazing designers. All right, one more time, hit share. Fellas, I need y'all to make sure y'all get some people into the precinct. Let's have this conversation. I'm about to throw our first question out for tonight. I'm going to throw it at Jared. First, and then you guys feel free to chime in as you find space. All right, Jared, what was the moment you knew design was more than a hustle? It was your calling.
Ooh, I almost said the wrong answer online. Who is this, Jordan?
Who is this? A special guest Jerica didn't tell us about?
It's Jerica.
Oh.
Who is who?
Huh?
Who is?
Oh.
Is it Russia?
I bet $2 that's Nick. Oh no, never mind.
Let's get out
like
of Russia.
Thief in the night. Sneak it in like the Holy Ghost.
Don't make me.
But no,
I think the first moment I realized was when I honestly got tired of working at my other job. I had graduated college. I knew that I didn't want to go work in corporate America. I was working in admin at a flower shop during the pandemic. And I was like, I'm tired of coming to work and pursuing everybody else's dreams. So I was like, I need to put in the work and make it happen. And so a job opened up. I took it. It went heavy for a few months. And then after that, like, there you go. You full time now. And I made it work ever since.
So let me throw that at the rest of you guys. How many of us on here are full-time designers? Ain't that rich? Wow.
No,
what
it's
a
not.
Blessing. What a blessing.
I'm full time. I'm not yet full time yet, though. Just so you know, not yet. I will be. Trust me.
What a blessing. What a blessing. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? All right. Larico, you've shared some of the wisdom of knowing this before. Answer that same question for me. At what moment did you know this is more than a hustle? It's your calling.
Every time I try to get a job, I may keep it maybe a month and something weird would happen, or I will completely come to the realization that I made more money at home doing this in an hour than I would making in a day. And so it just feels right. It is right. There is a certain level, a great deal of peace, being a full-time entrepreneur, being a full-time designer. And so anytime I tried to fight against that, some stuff would shake, some stuff would rock. So,
man, I know that feeling, especially that I make more at home in an hour than I do at this job for 8 hours.
Yeah.
For 8 hours. Zach, hit us.
Well, bro, I honestly don't feel like it's my calling, friend. I'm not a full-time designer. But the people, they treat me like I'm a full-time designer, though, but I'm not.
Right.
I actually
with no understanding.
I actually work in the field with clients who mentally challenged and things like that, and I really enjoy them people, because they don't be trying to fight me over design. You know what I'm saying?
I'm tickled.
So yeah, I think I would like to be full-time. No, actually I did full-time in a year. What's this, 25, right? I did it in 23. So I came up, what was it? I was full-time at work, but I only started working like 2 days out the week. Everything else was just like design. And I did make a bunch of money, but sometimes it was just like, bro, it was a headache for real. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, it was, woo, man. And just really trying to keep up for real. So I started doing, I went back on my job for real. And yeah, I'm kind of full-time. I mean, because I'm working nonstop. Like, when I get off here, I'm finna go do another.
I don't know what happened. All I know is that the boys were so good. The conversation was getting so hot that the entire stream y'all shut down. So listen, don't fret. We did jump back into the conversation. So enjoy the rest of the show.
This thing, we are the bad boys. We are being addressed as the bad boys of design tonight. That is not to diminish anyone else. We are just the few fellas that are coming together to have an important conversation, fighting design crime together. That was actually a really good tagline.
It was.
The Lord just downloaded into me in that moment. Lift your hands and receive the word of the Lord. That was actually really good to me. But listen, we are fighting design crime. Who do we have back? There's the prophet.
Zach is apostle now.
We back.
Awesome.
We are back. We are back. We your dream boys. Oh.
We'll make you happy.
Yeah.
See? All right, y'all. Here we go. Zach was telling us his experience and his encounter with his, as he said, his temporary time as a full-time designer. Zach, anything else you want to tag on to that?
Well, that was really, I ain't full-time. I'm out here doing it for fun,
For fun is rich. Are you having fun though? Are you genuinely having fun?
It depends on. It really depends on who I'm designing for. Like, if the photo's good, if they ain't got a lot of stuff going on, yo, it's gonna be a good time. But if you got like that's a headache. I'm gonna call Rico. Like, want me to tell you who do really good with that? We was talking about the women earlier. Michelle Cox is so good with like a whole bunch of information. She know how to make like paragraphs spit on flyers. So like graphics, advertisements.
That's overstimulating for me. Like when I see a lot of information, I have to shut down. My mind is just like, hey, I can't. You know, I work in education. I have 507 students. I know all 507 students' names. I know all 52 staff members' names. I speak to all 580 people on a daily. Every single one of them, I speak to them all day long. So by the time you send me that paragraph, I'm like, hey, I genuinely ain't got it. I ain't got it. I'll revisit this tomorrow morning when I get up for work. During my devotional time, I'll revisit it. How do y'all do that? How do you take what are some things that you use? I want to ask that question impromptu. What are some tools you use when you have a lot of information that has to be put on the design?
I'll go first. I send a refund. I send a refund. Send it back. Here's the other thing. And what I do is I recommend people. Like, I don't just leave them hanging. Like, I recommend people. So I'll be like, yo, go hit up Jermaine because he can handle that for you. But me, I'm not going to put myself through the head of no more. When I first started designing, I started doing it because, you know, like I was trying to get myself out there. Not only that, I had took on a strong passion for it. And so I really kind of like got good a little bit. Then everybody just started like coming like, woo, 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 woo. Then it was just like, I don't know. But yeah, like a lot of info, I can't do it. Not no more. I'm more of a like simple, loud, but it speak like Jay-Lynn, like we was talking about earlier. She's too simple work, but it's loud. It speaks. It says something like, and that's what I want to do. Like,
I mean, I'll say for me, when I get a lot of information, and you know, you get clients that they'll send something on text, then they'll send something else on email, then they might send it on Messenger, then you got to compile. I know we all been there. So what I do is I ask them, I usually ask for email, even though that's kind of an old way to do, but it leaves a thread. So if they come back and say, well, I sent it, I didn't send it, you can go back to that email thread and put it there. But now in the age of, you know, mobile, everything's mobile now. I use Notepad as well because you can easily share with, that's if you have an iPhone, Android, I'm not sure how that works. But, you know, with Notepad, you can always share, no shade to Android, but you can always share in Notepad as well, you know, and things like that. So that's kind of my go-to, either email or Notepad.
That's good. That's really rich, actually.
I use that for an opportunity to educate, and I let them know, because usually when it comes to a lot of information on a flyer that's very antiquated, and so I usually give them education to say, hey, this probably should be in the caption. It shouldn't be on the flyer because people are not going to read it.
Too.
Yeah, and usually because they're trusting us to know that. They're only sending us what they feel like should be on there.
Exactly.
Everybody's not going to read all of that. They're not going to read it. They're not going to read it. And so don't put it on the flyer. Put it in the caption, or don't put it on there at all. Maybe that's something that you say when you get them to whatever you're doing. So I think that that's an opportunity to educate. And I've done several people like that. And they've listened, and then we went on about it.
That's such a rich answer, and that's me as well. Honestly, for me, it's overstimulating at first to look at it. It's like, wait a minute, I don't have capacity to do this right now, and so you know, I'll come up with something, and it's minimalistic, and I'll send it and say, hey, if they say, well, can we add this, and I'm like, well, that's a link website. That's a link to a website. It's not going to have any purpose on the flyer. Let's just put that in the description. When you post it, it's going to be there for them. Y'all, do you all have a problem with QR codes on flyers?
Yes.
No.
Yes. No. Because how you going to do it?
Well, you can nowadays. You
can screenshot it.
You hold it, you tap it and hold it, but everybody don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Y'all just told me.
It takes a lot to explain.
Hold it.
See how we're educated?
Now,
Look, see, we're educating together. Yeah,
now,
now,
so-
I love a good QR code. Now links piss me off. I hope that doesn't
Yeah,
go
right.
the same.
Especially when
I
they're
can't stand to put a
long.
link on there. I can't stand. I'm not putting no
Can you
HTTPS.
put this hotel booking link? Yeah,
Forward slash.
I've had clients ask me to put a hotel long link, like they can click on it.
Yes. No. Hyperlink it in the description. Everybody's going to be okay. If it's not, guys, clients that are watching, you're not
QR
going to
code.
die if your link is not on the flyer. Put it in the description. We love you. We love you. Everyone's
Put it in
going
the
to be okay.
caption.
I'll be back.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Now I'll say this. He says the question is, do people want to take time out to actually do it? That's not up for us to really, because my thing is if we give you the information, then and I'm learning that now is you can't design for the lazy. Because they just not gonna read it. They're not gonna try anything. They're gonna look, they're gonna be nosy.
Yeah.
Like, so putting a book worth of information is not necessary. Typing out all of the extra stuff, QR code on there. I really would much rather just a dope imagery, background, QR code, caption, go to link in my bio for tickets.
Yeah.
As it. Yeah.
and that's what websites are for.
Literally.
Yes.
So let me tell y'all this one real quick, and I have to give props to Jerry and his mentor because they have their ideas that came from them. So if you see my page, you had nothing but trilogy posts there. So I always made trilogy posts there ever since like last year. Now I had a client last month, and they was asking like plethora of different things. I told them no. They insisted. So I was like, okay, if you really want me to put this up, let me make I forgot what they call it, a double fold post. I don't know. I called it. I don't know.
A carousel?
Yeah, a carousel. Thank you.
Come on, double fold.
So I made a carousel.
I'm gonna start using that one.
So I'll go
Trilogy and double fold. I'm gonna start using that.
So I made a carousel, two of them, and then I just let it be. But this is the main thing that kind of leads to this, that less is more. More is less. Now, in some cases, more is more and less is less. That depends on the design. But I encourage my clients that it's no doubt for you guys as well that if you really want us to do the best that we can do for your work, let us do it. Because if we give you a suggestion, it's for the best of the artistry for your design. Right. If you this is what it is on that. So yeah.
Well, what clients will do is they. Oh, my bad. Let me go. I'm just gonna say real quick. What they'll do is if you know how we post our portfolio. A client will come back and say, "Well, why didn't you post my flyer? Because it had too much information on it.
Too much.
It wasn't clean. We designers like to post clean work.
Absolutely.
Yes. That's true.
Look, everybody's going to the dinner after service anyway. So, so the chicken and the beef stroganoff or whatever that you have after church, all that will be every day. That's it. Is what it is. So.
I was gonna say they pay me only to design, and that's why I tell my clients you don't pay me to proofread.
That's good.
I mess something up. That's a different story. But you don't pay me to proofread. Right. You pay me
because I'm copying
and pasted in there. Exactly.
That's what I'm doing too.
That's all I'm doing, and I'm asking, and I need you to send me either. I need you to send me an email. So I can copy and paste. You can put it in a Word document where I can copy and paste, but you only pay me to design. Period.
But are you going to correct for free if it's something you see? Are you going to just correct it?
I will sometimes. I get them a little grace. It depends on the screen. How many corrections?
If I see it, yes.
I will say this,
but I'm not going looking for it.
Look at Jared. Go ahead, Jared.
If it's in the header, I will. If it's in the body, I'm not. I'm literally going to copy and paste it and send it back over. Because there's been moments where I've literally went back and corrected, and they come back and say, I meant it for it to be like that. I'm like, that's misspelled.
Yeah. Like,
And then
okay,
literally
I'm not
I said what I said. You can be illiterate.
What?
How you want to look?
That's crazy. I said what I said. It's crazy.
But I will
all
say, piggybacking
Go
off
ahead,
of
Jared.
what Rico said, like, to me, instead of having one flyer with everything, it just looks like to me you should have 3 flyers and a working website. Like, you know, the main information should be that first flyer or whatever. You know, you might come back with the pricing and VIP package. That might be a second flyer. The last one might be go to our website to figure out. To me, that just shows that you don't want to pay for multiple things. And like, I'm just
trying to cram
saying.
all of this on the flyer.
Yeah.
And when someone
And
looks
people
at it,
still
they're
not
going
gonna
to say,
read.
I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. I'm
I'm
not reading
not
that.
reading because I'm designing it and I'm not reading it. So
Yes.
And,
I'm
and
just
so
placing
above,
clicking.
above that, this is 2025. Young people don't like to read. Some of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, but some of them don't like to read. And plus, and plus, if you wanted to put a text there on top of the artistry of the art, whatever it can be, it will diminish the look. The more you put the more text you put in it, the less it looks good. So, and that's one thing that I think that's the most common conflict between the producer and the consumer. Because if they don't know how to understand the dynamics of marketing design wise, then who are we talking to right now?
What's funny is you said things with a lot of text people won't read. And I don't know if y'all ever realized this, but Facebook, whenever you were trying to sponsor an ad or promote something, it would literally tell you ads with pictures with lots of words don't usually promote well.
They want to prove.
And they'll reject it. They will literally reject it because it has too much on it. So clients, please put that in your pocket. That and potential clients, other designers, if it's too much, it's overstimulated. Coming from the seat of the psychology majors and etc. It's a lot. It's overstimulating. When people are overstimulated, they're not going to understand. If I'm overstimulated, I'm not going to understand. There we go. Bringing that into fullness, bringing that full circle. As a designer, I'm going to ask this question. What is the signature? Like, if you are a superhero, what is your signature move? I think, like, what's something you always do? What's something you always do? Every design, there's this little signature of yours in it. I can find some of you all's, I can find it. Larico, I think something I've observed about your work as a student of your work, I think something you do a lot is the gradient text. And I love that. I love that so bad. I love a good gradient text from you, seeing you do that. Now mine, I telling on myself here, for some reason, all of my designs have a little hint of mustard yellow. That little mustard yellow is going to be that pop of color somewhere on a graphic. That little mustard yellow is a pop of color somewhere on a graphic. What are you guys' signatures?
Mine would be textures. I love like a good texture.
It is. It is. You love a good texture.
That's so good, y'all. Exactly. Good.
He is a master with the textures, man.
Exactly.
I mean, you have just mastered that doggone exposure and texture. Like, it's so crazy.
That is definitely
Anybody else?
That's definitely my go-to, a gradient letter word, and then I am going to soft flare my flyer. I'm going to
but it's so perfect to me. It's so perfect.
It almost looks like it's behind some type of glass, or I'm going to soft flare every time.
Larico just clean though. Larico just clean.
It's so clean, Zach. It's so clean. So clean cut.
Thank you.
Charles, Jermaine, Jared.
I don't know mine, to be honest.
I mean, I try to add I was trying to think of something, but I do like to add like a blur effect somewhere in the flyer. And even when I'm on it, like I'll just use an example. I go to Carter Memorial, Church of God in Christ, and so I designed for our platform. So I did, So I did a graphic. He's alive for on the platform. You go to our IG, you'll see it. And so I blurred each of the ends of it, of he, and then the H on he and the E on alive, just for the effect. And it worked really well. Got a lot of great compliments. But then I got some older ones that were like, we can't read it. It was like, does it meant to be that, did you mean to do it that way? And so sometimes I get fought on that, but that's an element that I like to use because I think a lot of us now use that blur kind of in our graphics. It's trending, but you just got to be careful. Sometimes the client will fight you on it because they can't read it. So, yeah.
That is something I've run into as well. The older saints just don't understand it. It's long for me. It's blurry. Maybe it was made like that.
I can't read it. Yeah.
It was made like that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Jared is definitely going to composite. Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Jared can make somebody stand on anything. That's crazy. I'm like, how you get that stand on a balloon?
How?
Look like
he can play somebody in the jungle.
He can put he can literally get them to stand on anything.
Like,
so you know the funny story about that is, the funny thing about that is I forgot. I think I was sick that week. Auntie Jackie's birthday was that week. I was sick. I forgot the next day was her birthday.
That's Cullum.
Who is Jackie? Auntie Jackie is crazy.
Auntie Jackie. Cullum.
We know.
That's the name of her friend. I don't know her personally. I met her like once, but so.
Hello. Okay. All right.
Had the picture.
You told us.
Went to go do it, and I didn't really care for it. So I went back. I was like, let me just try this. Did it, came up with the flyer, sent it off to one of my friends. He was like, Jared, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen you do. I said, oh, okay. So I was like, let me trash it and start over. Then a piece of me said, we're going to send it over if the client likes it. Sure enough, sent it over, and everybody loved it. So I no longer really trust the judgment of my friends who, I do what makes me happy.
Exactly. You're the expert. Right.
Yeah, I do what makes me happy.
Yeah, and what's crazy is a lot of stuff that we absolutely hate, the client loves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I was working on a t-shirt design yesterday, stressing myself out, and I finally just sent the client a video and was like, hey, this is what I'm working on. I want to show you proof of progress. This is what I'm working on. And I absolutely hate it, so I'm going to start from scratch. He was like, no, I love it. Let's go with that. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, bet. Save me some stress. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. What is one client red flag that instantly makes you reconsider a project?
Photos.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. DPMO. Do not.
Come on, Zach said photos. What's the red flag that instantly makes you reconsider? Now I'm gonna say mine is, and this is probably very petty. Mine is poor grammar in the email. Like for me, as soon as I see poor grammar in email, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to, back to the beginning of the conversation, I'm gonna have to proofread everything they send because it's gonna have a lot of incorrect words and a lot. So I'm immediately like, don't want to do this. What are your red flags, fellas?
Now,
okay, you can go, Charles.
My red flag.
Okay, Charles, you can go.
The master talk. Let the master talk. No, you go.
Not the master. No, I think mine is a client that talks too much. A client that comes to you and they're like, oh, I used to work with Zach and he didn't work out.
Yes.
And then I went to Rico and he didn't work out. And then I went to Charles and then I went to Jermaine and all these graphic designers. That email was I'm not even answering it. I'm literally going to let it sit I'm just going to delete in a few days. Like, y'all know it's going to be a problem. And then they're going to be in JP's DMs asking him. It's just easier for me.
I was just about to say, designer hoppers definitely make me reconsider. Like when you're that person who posts, tag your graphic designers, first of all, you've slept through the graphic design world. Let's park there. Let's park there.
You've designed hop.
That's you design hop. That's no offense to people who post that, but there are many who post that and have just really ruined their ruin their rep and their credibility with designers, and then we'll blame it on designers. Oh, they didn't text back. They took 2 to 3 days longer. XYZ, all of those things, and I'm like, dang, you definitely design hop. You've homie hopped.
They blast you.
Homie hopped through the design world.
And then
blast you.
They tag us in the comments. Don't tag me. I'm not working with you.
Yeah, don't tag me.
We actually have that situation before. Oh, y'all get over here. Even
like, do not come on there talking about like in search of a graphic designer who don't charge a whole bunch of money. Miss me.
That was my red flag. Was asking for a discount. Asking for a discount. That's my red flag because it's different if you're asking what are your packages and then if you're asking for a discount because naturally a package you're going to discount it anyway rather than a full price. But when you say, do you have any discounts? This and that. And I'm like, if it wasn't posted, no, I don't have any discounts. So that's a red flag. What'd you say, Lorico?
Can I give us a little perspective on that?
Yeah.
One, I'm not giving you a discount. Okay, that's one. But two, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at you asking me for a discount because I want a discount everywhere I go. I really do. There's some, I really do. I love a sale. I'm not going to give you a discount, and so, like I said, you ask, and I'm going to give you a little grace. But after that first, absolutely not. That's going to always be our response. Absolutely not.
That's true. But I think the thing about that, you have to look at it as if you consider yourself well established in the industry, or let's say you're in a top of the line store, Gucci, you're not going to walk into Gucci and say, y'all got discounts. Like you're going, if you're going to JP, Justin, Lorico, Jerry, all these, you go into these top designers, you come into a discount. It's not saying it's disrespectful, but it's like, if I'm not offering that to you, if I say, well, if you go ahead and get it today, I'll give you 20% off. But it's almost like it's maybe, and I don't know if this is racist or not, but in the Black church with Black designers, I feel like people feel like we should give discounts, but do y'all do this to our Caucasian partners? Do y'all go to white designers and say, can we get a discount? You know what I mean? So treat us like we are of value.
100%.
And if you try and come to me because you're family and want a discount, that's a problem. I don't want to give you a discount because you're family. Now, I will have an additional problem if you ask for revisions more than 10 times. Now, that's where you cross the line.
Whoa. First of all,
that's crazy.
Am I the only one here who is just taken aback by 10 revisions? Because I'm definitely at 3.
I've got pretty pissed before.
So Ray, let me tell y'all this. So I do After Effects. So After Effects is what I do. I love to do it. That is part of my signature, whatever it gets to be. But I remember one time back in December, there was a pastor up north. He was asking for, a convocation reveal or something like that. I was like, okay, cool. So I gave him the sample. He loves it. We continue to work. And then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks later, we still on it. Now, clients. Jesus. So clients, all the people that's in the comments section, listen, I love you. We love you. This is nothing against you guys. This is just my thoughts and my thoughts only.
Some of it is against you guys. I'll say it.
So
we're the bad boys. We're rebels.
The bad boys, yes.
So let me say this right quick for y'all. If you ask for revisions, first off, you should be clear in the first meeting. You should. Okay, now you babe. Oh, I almost lost my Holy Ghost. So when it comes to when it comes to a client, when it comes to me, I ask you to be more clear first, and then we go work together second. Because if you really are trying to get your post out there, you need to be clear first, so we could go forth and be on time.
Yeah.
Because I have other clients. Well, let me stop right there. I got something else to say. I got other clients.
Mercy. I love that.
We feel you, bro. We feel you, Charles.
Feeling it.
We with you.
Feeling it. But Victoria made a good comment here. She said one of the red flags is followed up after 4 business seconds. Do you hear me? Yes, Jerica, that one. Following up after 4 business seconds. Hey, I just want to verify.
Is it done yet? Is it done?
Yeah.
Right.
Or hey, do you have everything you need? First of all, leave me alone. I asked you when do you need this graphic? You told me in 3 days. How we looking?
What gets
Crazy.
What gets me is the empty-handed. Hey, bro, I was in prayer and I was just the Lord placed you on my heart. You want to see where that doggone graphic is at, and it ain't even started.
Don't be slick.
Thought about it.
Right.
Oh my.
In terms of not starting a graphic, how many of us, let's be honest, let's be transparent, how many of us can admit we are procrastinators?
That's a relative.
Now, there we go. There we go. I was going to say it's subjective.
Okay.
And I'm putting it this way because Rico's here. Rico's here for me. For me, Rico's here.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. That's my argument, is it's subjective because sometimes I just don't have it in the first day. Sometimes I just don't have it to start in the first day. I have to really look at the work and be like, hey, I don't know where to start with this thing. So I appreciate, shout out to the clients who give us some sense of direction from the get-go. Yes, we are, and I've been saying this everyone I'm on, prophetic creative. Sometimes we get the insight, but we thank God for intel as well. Right. We thank God for you all giving us something to start with, some information to start with. So, Rico, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. You were going to say procrastination is subjective.
It's subjective. So if you think that procrastination is waiting to the day that it's due to do it, then that's not what I think procrastination is. Mm-hmm. And my turnaround time is not based on when I can do yours necessarily. It's based on all the other things that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, then we have this, and I'm about to rock the boat just a little bit. We have this narrative of, when someone dies, graphic designers can put we don't have to talk to them and they don't worry us. That's one. And then also, I'm grown and it's my business and and I said 2 days for yours. They died today. Like be just chill. And so I think I have a lot of conversations with people to say, hey, I don't think that y'all think of graphic designers as actual humans and y'all think that we're robots. And you don't understand creative processing, because if I did it as soon as you sent it and it doesn't look good, now you're gonna have a problem and this is not your best work and this doesn't look like. And so we have to consider all of those things. But most of all, you have to consider that I'm grown, and I'm in a very nice way. And I have a life outside of this. And so, So procrastinating is subjective. Being late is something different. Missing a deadline is something different. But most time I used to say I work well under pressure, but if I have too much time, I'll end up messing up my creative process. So if I think about it too much, if I look at it too much, I'll spend more time than I typically would. So I wait till it's time to do it, then I do it.
Zach, what's your take?
So, I'm gonna just put it out there. So my stuff is 7 to 10 business days, right? And that's only because, just like bro just said, sometimes, and just like you said too, sometimes I don't have it in the first day. I don't have it on the 5th day, huh? But the 6th day, the 7th day, I might have a little something.
I might have a little something.
And then, but you know what? Sometimes I don't even use the whole 7 to 10. Sometimes, some days I might have it that day. I might have it the second day. But I got other things to do as well. You're not my only person.
This is really hard, y'all.
Yeah,
it's hard.
And I've had to tell people before, customers before, hey, I'm super sorry. I know you want this, and I know I got a 24-hour turnaround. I know you want this super fast, but that ain't available today. Mm-hmm. So, sometimes you got to tell me.
Yeah.
I got you a 24 business hour turnaround. That's a good 3 days. That's a good 3 days. We can do that. But 24 literal hours, I need you to go back in. Come on up a little higher. I need you to go back to your prayer closet. I need 24 business hours. I need 24 business hours.
Oh, so we talking about church? Can I go over here for a second?
Go there.
I'm serious. The people that know God and do great exploits and are very prophetic and they can see everything else, they don't see their event until the day that it's supposed to happen. And now you're Zach, and now you're calling me because God gave you a thought last night that you want to do tomorrow, and you want me to rush the process of design. Where's this place going to be? You know, what's the context of this? Is it going to be an experience? You don't care about anything like that. And so, and I can say this because there's a few people that did it, and if they say something to me, text me, I just have to deal with that. But everybody knew when Resurrection Sunday was. As a matter of fact, we know when Resurrection Sunday is next year.
Absolutely.
But I had so many people hit me on Friday and say, "Hey, can I get a Resurrection Sunday flyer?" And so now there is a rush to be. And I'm going. It's not even. Sometimes I don't even want to do it. Sometimes it's not about a rush fee. Sometimes it's about my mental that people are considering, and that puts unneeded and unwanted stress. Yeah, that's going to be 100 more extra in my pocket because I'm adding a rush fee. But hey, y'all not considering that I have to actually map this out, process it, and then I have to try to do something different because I've already done 15 Resurrection Sunday flyers because nobody else can think of anything else but Resurrection Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And so no one considers all of those things. But then, we spin this narrative that designers or whatever, and we are what we are. But I'm saying, I just feel like the God that, and I've said this before in another live, the God that told the God that told Noah to build an ark so many years before it actually rained.
Before it actually rained, yeah.
120.
Actually rained. I think it was like 40 years, right? Before it actually rained, is the God that can tell you this year what you can do next year, not today what you can do tomorrow. That's it.
And he gave Noah the blueprint. He gave him the blueprint. This high, this wide. Details matter, saints.
Yeah,
you said something. Go ahead, Zach.
Just go to the designer that designed that. That's
oh my goodness! Don't get Zach started on this. Oh my goodness!
That's called Charles.
Hello.
Don't call me.
This? No, but
and here's another thing: if you one of my customers, I don't mind you going to another designer.
Please go. Oh my goodness, go.
You can go. I'm not going to be yo.
Strong spirit of encouragement pushing you. Go.
Strong
spirit of encouragement.
Be great.
I really don't take stuff like personal. I don't take stuff like personal.
No, for real. Especially because many times we are, as I keep saying, overstimulated, already overextending ourselves. And like you said, we're grown and we have other things going on in life. And here you come at the last minute wanting something that is almost outside of my parameters. Sure, go where you can go to this person. I just suggested one of my proteges recently, and I was like, hey, go to him. He does it much better. He's been doing everyone else's lately. Please go to him and get it done by him. Right now, I'm on the road all week. Go to him and get it done. How do you guys handle burnout?
Close the laptop. Close it down.
Shut the doors. Shut the door.
For how long? Close the door.
Shut the doors.
The longest I ever did was like a month. But because also, like I told you at the beginning, I'm not a full-time designer either, so I can kind of afford to do that. But like, I took a long break before. I don't know how y'all do it, but I closed this joint down.
That's a vice and a virtue for a full-time entrepreneur because I don't really get that luxury necessarily. But I do articulate, hey, you're gonna have to give me a little time because I'm completely burned out. My mental process is not there. My creative juices are not flowing. So, are
you that transparent?
Yes. what typically would take me a day or two is probably going to take me 7 to 10, only because I have this going on, and I had to learn to articulate those things. I really did, because I would say yes, saying you don't need to know, But most time people will still pay and wait for the 7 to 10 business days if you articulate it. And honestly, people expect what you tell them. So I'm at the point now where I'm like, hey, if I don't tell you this, everybody's gonna know I'm about to crash out. So I need to tell you this so that I can give myself some more time. And if that means you'll pay me and wait, because I receive 100% payment up front, amen. Thank you, Lord. You're gonna pay me and wait, or you find someone else.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that, because, customers appreciate transparency. So, and that's something I've had to learn over the years. I haven't always been where I'm at. Now I'll say, I can get it done in 4 days when it really takes, 7 to 8, or like Zach says, 7 to 10 now, or whatever. Communication is important to prevent burnout. So as long as you kind of communicate and just kind of relay it, and I'm learning that as well with my clients, but also designers, we got to take personal time as well. I go to a spa. I mean, I'm a little bougie here in DC, but I go to a spa, I get massages, get hair done, I get feet done. I do all that to make sure that I'm protecting my mental health, whatnot. So, just make sure that you take care of yourself first so that you don't get burnt out and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
And I do want to encourage, and my friend taught me how to be more time organized. So I do encourage you guys to plan your vacation, plan your therapy sessions, plan something, because graphic designers, especially for me, I almost decided not to continue, because graphic design, it used to be so fun. Now it's not. Now we have to be obligated to something that it should not be. Now I still love what I do, but some things we are dealing with leeches now.
Yeah.
We are dealing with people who try to burn the cross, our stuff. Yeah. But it's not their fault, because I should have created the boundary, and that's where the contract comes in. If you want to do this, okay, sign this contract. And this is my opinion. If you want the flyer, sign this contract too, because I want my peace. I want to keep my peace, and so don't be leeches.
Listen, peace and projects. We want peace. We want projects, but we also want peace at the same time. We also want peace.
We want peace, projects, and payments.
There we go. We want all three. Why can't we have all?
It's called PPP loan. Projects and payments.
Amen. We created something here.
My Lord.
Something.
I feel God. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I can't hear anything. I don't see anything unless an invoice is paid. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see what your email said. I can't hear. I don't know. I don't even know how to design. As soon as that invoice is paid, it's time to go.
I feel the mantle. I feel the mantle coming upon me. I suddenly feel a more grace anointing coming upon me. All right, listen. I want to throw something at you guys. Can we play another quick game? And I think we got to close this thing out. I want to play this game with y'all. I'm about to throw it at you. All right? I want to play Plead the Fifth.
Oh, God.
Okay? I want to play Plead the Fifth.
Y'all. I'll be trying to get us to act up on here. Jericho, I can't
Absolutely. We're rebels. This is all about Bad Boys Rebellion.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
What's a project that you got? What's a project that you knew was trash, but you still cashed the check? Plead the Fifth or spill the story.
I'll go first. Majority of my most recent work.
What?
But the check's still cleared, huh?
Now, okay, and when I say that, like, let me. I will say this.
Trash
There's
is
a
subjective.
mixture. What? Yeah. So there's a. The client was happy with it. The client was happy with it. So it wasn't like I just gave them like my absolute worst. But and I'm sure everybody on here can attest to that. There are moments where you're just not proud of something.
Right.
And
Exactly.
or you love something, and after so many revisions, you don't love it anymore. And so, it's been a mixture of that. And it's been frustrating to me as a creative and as a designer of, starting out with something that I do love. And then slowly, I'm like, I might as well put somebody else's logo on this. This ain't even my work at this point. Might as well give you
At
a
all.
designer. So yeah, there's been a few here recently that y'all will never see the light of day. Praise the Lord.
Never be promoted.
Yes.
It'll never be promoted. I feel that I worked on this client. Well, I won't say client, I'll say customer. This customer, there's a difference. This customer placed an order. I had designed for them before, and this time, like, they ripped the work to shreds. But this is what drove me crazy, is it started off with, oh, it's so beautiful, and so forth and so on. I love it. And then it was,
I love it. But
the next email was, can we change this?
A paragraph.
Red flag on the plate. Things that pissed me off. It wasn't just one email with all of it in it. It was like, oh, I looked at it again, and this. Well, and this. And this is what I asked for, but I don't see enough of it.
Then they'll call you on Facebook Messenger. And did you
see my email?
Then you don't answer there. They gonna call you on your rep.
Yes. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm about to block you. Block you and your sister.
You're giving stalkers.
Y'all trying to
Oh.
Why are you calling me from your child's phone too? Bothering.
Or they'll call ask one of your friends. Ask one of your friends to call you.
If you have my number,
Is that
I'm trying not to crash out.
They call your friend who referred them, and now they trying to get your friend on your case.
Had it happened, and I should have had to reach out to one of my design friends. I was like, hey, listen, this client reached out to me and was like, you have not responded. Please hit these people back with something so they don't come through me. Which leads me to the next question.
Wait. Since we're talking about revisions, the most thing that really bothers me for real is like, okay, so say, like when you design and you got that one pose up there. Wait, let me ask you, do y'all design around like they pose, like how they sitting up?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
When they change that picture,
oh my goodness.
Right.
And then the picture be worse.
It matters.
I'm about to crash out.
It matters.
we got to do a whole new design.
People don't understand.
They don't understand that. They don't understand that.
They do not. Okay. Y'all, I'm trying not to. I've just been over here seething. Like, I'm trying not to. If anything can you can call me the little teapot, tip me over, pour me out. If anything really makes me crash out, it is edits. Stupid edits.
Yeah.
Like, for real, because it's crazy. Like, it is crazy because I've taken the time to map this out before I even started, and then starting. I have to move stuff because I believe the way I design, I believe that my design my flyer should be symmetrical, like for real. It should be even and balanced on both sides. And so if I've taken the time to literally promote symmetry and come up with this final thing, and you say, could you just add, I love the word just. And when I say love, I mean hate. Just add one more.
Mm-hmm. They have no idea how much it takes.
Don't understand.
Cameron said, make them pay some pictures.
That's a good point.
Make them pay for switching pictures.
That's a reach for me. I won't do that, but
now, so let's. If we had to pay for pictures, they have to pay us for revisions. Period. In general. Now, some of us does that, even me, especially if I have to do After Effects. Now, if you want to do the maximum revision that I can give you is 3. After that, that's gonna be another $350.
Jesus.
Because now
After Effects, this should be like 2 though. That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
Understand, like After Effects changing out one element
and then having a risk that
recompile. Yeah. Jesus.
So for the first time, like 3 weeks ago, a church reached out to me. I've done work for them several times, but they reached out to me and they sent me 6 projects, and the 6 projects had 4 different dimensions, and I did it. It was, wait a minute, and it was a rush fee as well. I did. As a matter of fact, when they reached out to me, they said we need 1 flyer, and I said okay. They knew how to pay me, but when they sent me the payment, they sent me a lot of money, and then they text and said, "Hey, I apologize. It's more than I expected. Whatever." I did all of the projects. Now, I don't mean to put me on a pedestal, but I am Larico. Okay, Larico Britain Design. I work. So I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst either. Do you know they told me every one of them, 6, there was 6 graphics. They told me, they said, we do not like any of these graphics. Can you redo them? And my response to them was, any of them, in all caps? then I said, no, for real, because
we want to see the designs.
I've never heard that. Too. So I said, and it's no problem. Like, I'm not mad at the people. They're cool people. But what I did tell them, I don't have another reason to be mad at them. So I said, any of them, and I said, it took me a minute to write this because I was literally on 1,000. I said, please share with me what you would like for me to do. I'll make the revision. And I said, you will never have to worry about me working for you all again.
I know that's real.
Literally.
Okay, so wait, you sent them
some good money. Woo, they paid me some good money, but no, you're not gonna stress me.
It's not worth it. Yeah.
You gave them 6 variations, Larico. 6 variations of one.
6 variations of not 6 variations of one. This is 6 different graphics.
6 different.
Oh,
6 different things.
And you said 4 of those 6, right? It was like 4.
I was going to say 4 of the sizes.
Don't make me all of the 6. Everything that I sent to them, they said, we don't like any of these. Could you redo them? Okay.
You know what you do with that? You take that money, you move all of your money out of another account, you close it down so they can't like go back into that number. Can't dispute it because their account ain't no longer there.
No way. You all can ask my cousin. I looked at her. I said, let me read this email to you. Y'all, I felt like I had smoke coming out of my ears because wait, what?
Oh, wait.
Like any of them? Like, are you
gonna crash out?
Right.
Just
so tell me what you want on these flyers. And I'm never doing, y'all, that money was so good. But I said, I'm never doing work because clearly I'm not the designer. If I've taken my time, and I like the designs, that's another thing too. I've taken my time.
Work.
And also, let me add this. There is a way to tell a creative.
Absolutely.
That you don't like their work. Like there is a way because we take that stuff personal. Was I offended? Absolutely not. Was I offended? Absolutely not. But I was, I just felt like, like their spirit had to be off because there's no
like anything.
Not one of them.
Not anything. That's crazy.
Well, but to me, and one thing that we learned in college was don't tell somebody they don't like it. We had to critique each other's work. Don't just say I don't like it. What don't you? If you don't like the color, say it's the color. If you don't like the font, say it's the font. The fact that you said I don't like any of it lets me know it's gonna be hard for me to please you here on out. So goodbye.
And I'm not gonna please you.
No, I've been there.
Critiquing sermons.
Been there.
Especially when you're trying to design a logo. No, that's a whole different ball game. If you're trying to do like three different logos of the same brand, now we have a problem. Well, tell me something. Be clear. First off, be clear first. Be direct second. Well, as a matter of fact, they both first. Let me be both clear and direct.
Clear and direct at the same time,
so we can move forward. Because otherwise, I don't know what you're thinking, and you don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm about to like block you.
Hello.
Block you and
Keep
your
stressing me out.
Oh my God.
So I mean, but that's how I don't know about y'all, but that's how I feel. Because if you don't know how to respect time, period. Now that's an issue right there. That's the issue.
All right, let me ask y'all 2 more questions. I'm gonna try to do 2 more. I have a few I wanted to ask, but I'm gonna try to do 2 more quick questions. I think you just answered one. I was gonna ask, have you ever ghosted a client halfway through a project?
Yes. Yes.
And I feel like the spirit is letting me know that some of us on here have ghosted clients halfway through projects.
Oh,
I just went
no,
inside. I was like,
halfway
oh,
through.
there's an email to reply to.
No, I take my hand back. Not during a project. Like if they gave me money, I'm going to finish it. Yeah, I'm going to finish it. But
for the saints who don't always get paid up front.
That's me.
If there's been a time where you've not gotten paid up front, so to speak, have you ever ghosted a client? Lurigo was like, no, because what do you mean not getting paid up front?
Ghosting is very.
Yeah, because I don't really ghost them. I just let them know, like, I'm done with your
It's hard. Yeah, I think in our world it's hard to ghost because you're so public,
Right,
you know, and they're going to find a way.
actually start watching all your stories from all their pages.
I love people that find a way because I go and comment on your live.
Oh Lord!
That $350 invoice is sitting there.
What?
Hello. Hey, I don't know if you saw my invoice. Hello, because now the client texted me while I'm live, talking about, while I am live right
But
now. First of all,
don't you hate it though when a client says, "I haven't seen the invoice. Could you resend it?" and it literally has that they viewed it beside it. Like
they don't know that.
Somebody saw it.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't see it. It says you viewed it at 3:45 a.m." Okay.
And I love educating people, so I tell them that according to my calculation and my system.
All right. Have you ever straight up copied the design and hope no one noticed?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
last. Now you complete the 5th. Remember, y'all complete the 5th if you want.
No, my first, and I told him this, my first and last, it was JP, was when I first started. That man he went on a whole campaign. He put that picture side by side. Those people ate me too.
Did they drag you, Rico?
No, man. They didn't. Because I was young, but you know, I would tell my mama, okay. Yes, and I deleted that out of my portfolio, and I was able to tell JP that last year, and that probably happened 10 years ago.
Oh man!
And he did not deny it. He didn't remember. He said, "But you're probably telling the truth."
So you told him this year was you, or he knew it was you?
No, he didn't know it was me. I don't know if he remembered it was me. I don't know if he remembered the graphic. I just said, hey, you know, one year you posted, you know, da 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 da. And so, no, I do not copy off. Really, this is in the last 2 years. This is the most that I've followed designers. I typically do not follow designers, but they've become my family, become my friends. So typically, I wouldn't even follow designers. So I wouldn't. You know, because there's some principle to design, and you automatically, when you see something, it's kind of already embedded in your mind. And even if you do a flyer next month that has something to do with something that you saw, you kind of can, you know,
intentionally
for sure.
I was some of the elements in it. I'm so weak. Weak.
Now, one thing I've done before was copy my own design for and just hoping.
Repurpose it.
Repurpose. That's the word. Repurpose.
California church and South Carolina church go ahead and
What are
say
the
at one
odds
time.
that they're going to
Absolutely.
see each other?
I've never done that.
Really?
I've never redesigned.
I've only done it with like two smaller churches. I won't do it with like a big church and a small church, two big churches. I only do it with smaller churches that I know. There probably ain't nobody watching.
So you wouldn't you repurpose? I'm screaming, Jared, because absolutely. Would you at least repurpose a declined order? Like if the client, for example, nigga, you just needed 24 graphics and they hated all 6 of them. Would you not take those designs and repurpose them and be like, listen, I'm gonna give this away. God bless my sister, it's her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. She designed spring forward graphic for a church and they hated it. And I said, girl, take their logo off, put my church's logo on it, send that to me. We're going to use that logo. We're going to use that design. You ain't got to wear it. It's going to get used. So would you at least reuse something that a client has rejected, a rejected work?
I will. I have.
Yeah.
Will. I got 3 of them right now. PSD's just sitting there. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting on a women's conference right now to talk. Waiting, because I killed it, and this woman cussed her daughter out. Her daughter loved it. It was her campaign for college, for a position at college, and I designed the heck out of it. And I think I might have called. It was Janelle, and oh my God, what I could not say.
You don't call me.
All right.
No,
I could not say. Janelle said all of it because I said, Nell, listen at this. That's so Alabama. I'm sorry, that's so Alabama. I said, Nell, listen at this, and that woman went off on her daughter because her daughter loved it. Her daughter loved it. It was her campaign, and she loved every single bit of it. And her mama went off.
These people don't know.
Just don't look.
They don't know what they want.
It just don't look like
they know what they want.
What it
they
is
want something they
like.
already done seen.
Yes, literally, which goes back to if a client sends you something and says, I want it to look exactly like this, just change the wording on it.
Do it.
Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not doing that.
How do you handle it?
So one thing I would do is I would do the style. I'm not doing the element for element. But if that's what you want, like I'm going to create it as close.
Right.
But if you want an element, I'm not doing it. Because you already finna side by side me. I don't been side by side before.
Exactly. Yeah, you can send me inspiration, but it's not going to be.
Don't send me inspiration.
This woman sent me poster my wall.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Do not send me other graphic designers' work. That's what I hate.
No, I actually don't mind it. The reason I say that is because some customers versus clients, like you said, J. Ray, don't know how to communicate what they want. You know, they'll say it. You know, some people are just visual people. They'll tell me, and then it's still not right. I said, "Well, did you see something that you liked?" And then they'll say, "I'm like, okay, so." You were trying to say this is what you want. They don't understand.
Bifold versus carousel.
Right. They don't understand like gradient. If you say gradient is exactly bifold, they don't understand the terminology. So if they send you, I said, okay, so you want a glare. You keep saying a glow or light or whatever. So you want a glare, you want a gradient, you want a texture. So if I ask for inspiration, it's not because another designer's work I'm going to use, but they just not they're not showing me what they want. So
I want it for clarity.
Yeah, for clarity.
I love clients before I get my mock-up. I love when they send me my work and say, I want something done just like that.
That's crazy work.
And if you something from 6 years ago.
That's crazy work.
I'm the designer personally. I got you.
Now, so I encourage people to send stuff to me as inspiration, not as a duplicate. Now, so let me say this first. Our job is to create, not recreate.
All right.
So our job is to make sure that whatever because you hired us for a reason. You see my work.
Exactly.
So if you see my work and match up to your style, ideally, then talk to me and let's do the work. As 2 weeks ago, there was a client, and Jared's work concerning Easter popped up on his stuff. They literally sent that to me, and I was like, "Can you do exactly like this?" I was like, "Exactly like what?"
Mine?
That thing, like
exactly.
So I'll be like, I don't know how to get that picture. I don't know where he get that picture from, and I was like, they kept on saying, "But please, can you do it? I'll give you a certain amount of money." I was like, "No," because I can give you what I can give you from my style, but because of the advancement that he has presented, I cannot go that far because I know my limits and I know what I can do. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what Jermaine said earlier, because I don't want it to seem, when I say the bifold, like Charles said, bifold versus carousel.
Double fold.
Yeah, double fold. There we go. The double fold versus carousel. Sometimes I want the clients to send me an example to help me understand what you're saying, because that's not what you call it.
So look at Jared's or look at Myers. Look at what's his name? Jared, help me out. Man, I forgot people's names already. If you look at our pages, so if you look at both of our pages since we're here, so the stuff that you see that goes across the screen, that's a carousel. Mm-hmm. But to me, in my definition, if it's made for one post, that's a double fold. It just a slide or a slide, whatever.
Oh, he's explaining the double fold statement.
So
that's revelation.
But no, that's what I call it, because I
got it.
So a carousel is what you see across the board as one flyer on your page, and then double fold is pretty much like for one post, but you can slide it whatever. So.
Okay.
Swipe.
All right. Saints, this has been a good time. I hope that we've said some things that some people are afraid to say.
Chloe said,
that we've shared some things.
He said, "Don't send me your photos if I can't see your pores."
If I can't see your pores, it's crazy.
They will AI the food.
Yes, blurred. I mean,
it has to be your own people. Jesus.
Oh my goodness!
When they send you a photo and the title of the photo is Facetune 2354127.
Yes. We know this. Stop doing this. Hey, and then finally, as a farewell bad boy statement, please, for the life of me, stop telling your friends that they look beautiful on these AI photos, where they have morphed their bodies and put their heads on. Love this pink sis. Stop lying to them. That is not her.
Y'all been talking about me in the comments. I ain't saying that.
I'm so mad at shit. I'm gonna say this and I'm done. I'm sick of seeing these action figures too. Don't y'all spark this back up though. I'm tired of seeing
we got
right. Yes.
Tired of seeing it. And stop putting these AI pictures on flyers.
That trend is gone.
Standing in front of us. The whole city, all the windows are shifted on the pictures in the city background because it's an AI background. We know it's not real.
and you know, above all, everybody under the sound of our voices, we encourage you to hire a photographer, get your own photo shoot. So, because if we have a selfie picture from you, I promise you, it will not look good. I don't care if you have an iPhone 78. It still won't work. Hire a photographer.
Cameron is crazy.
But now. Oh, and also, don't do this either. Do not go and remove your own background and send it to me. Don't use that little sticker thing from photos in Apple and send me that, and I have to go clean up these terrible edges.
Bruh, let me tell you.
Clean up this glow ring around you and all that. Don't do that. Stop it.
We have the authority to put you in jail. We bad boys. What you talking about?
We want to take a few questions from the audience, from those of you that are standing outside of the precinct. We want to know, what are some questions you guys have for us before we wrap this thing up tonight? We want to answer a few questions. I think that was a question actually maybe AJ posted. If I did not answer that, I think AJ posted. It's not that one. Jericho, I think there was a question someone asked earlier that I wanted to get to.
They got full creative control.
That's the biggest lie.
From the pit of hell.
Oh, no, I asked it. Okay, when he said, when people see a previous graphic, don't you hate when the client go to somebody else after trying you, but the new flyer is worse than yours? Oh, man.
I always say, I never care if somebody goes to somebody else. The only time I care is when they post that flyer and that flyer is worse.
When it's terrible. Experienced that just last week.
I don't care.
I had a customer. It was a minor revision that I had done, and I sent it via email. The person handling it did not send it to the client. The client posted a flyer, and I said, "Oh my God!" Somebody went to Canva and duplicated what I did, and that's what they posted. They went to Canva and tried to remake what I did. Love Canva. Let me clarify. I love Canva. I love Canva. It's a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver for me. I can make I've made some magic happen in Canva. You know what? If you can learn that system, Canva's a lifesaver. I've made some pretty good motion graphics in Canva. Real quick. But they duplicated what I did, and I was like, dang, I hate that. I hate that real bad. And I asked her, I said, hey, did you get what I did? And she was like, no, they didn't send it to me. And she was like, oh my God, I love what you did. I know, we had agreed upon that. So yeah, I can take it until it's worse. I can take it until it's worse. What other questions do we have? Does anyone else have any more questions in the comment section for the bad boys tonight?
There was a question that the guy did that kind of brought my attention, but that was like, I think 30 minutes ago, I think. Might be calling that.
AI is not a lip filler nor a BBL. That's rich. That is rich. That's rich. 7 fingers. Victoria, I was going to say that. That's what I hate. Don't send me that AI picture that you have with 7 fingers, because now nothing's going to make sense. Nothing's going to make sense.
Here's AJ. James just had a question.
Are there any graphics that you all won't do, theme or event? Come on, Charles.
2 things: Holy Week and birthdays.
You won't do them?
No. If you pay me good, I will. But to me, Holy Week and birthdays, because birthdays is the most that I ever done overall, especially last year. And Holy Week, you had to like combine Palm Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, Good Friday, the play, the joy, all that. I'm not gonna do all that, but
Monday, Thursday.
Thursday is
right.
So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that there's not any graphics that I won't do. There's definitely some graphics that if I do them, I won't post because it will go against my belief or my brand. There's absolutely graphics that I probably would turn away, but I would love to see those graphics. I would love for them to come into my inbox and, give me an opportunity for them to turn away. But some stuff just won't go on my portfolio because it goes against what I stand for, what I believe. But give me my coin. Give me my coin. And our money ain't good money either, so.
It ain't.
The only thing I won't do is anything that's like anti-God.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. or anything that's like derogatory, like racism stuff, I'm not gonna do. Outside of that, I just leave it up to my discretion. If it's something I want to do or I'm inspired to do, great. If it's something that I don't feel like I'm the best designer for, then I'll leave it alone. But yeah, and I think that's one thing that's important as a designer and business owner. You got to know your boundaries. You have to know your boundaries on what you're willing to do.
And protect your brand.
Yeah.
Protect your brand. Zach, Jermaine.
They pretty much said everything. Only thing I really don't like is like anything that got anniversary. Or like 107 or 150 anniversary. I'm gonna tell them go see Jermaine.
And I ain't doing no first inaugural. I mean, I ain't doing no first annual.
I was just about to say that. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But for me,
I'm not doing the first annual anything.
Well, I mean, I think I can admit that I'm not a big fan of doing obituaries. Now, I won't say I won't do them. I have done them, and I think all of us get reached out for. People, are dying that never died before. So, you get the obituaries and whatnot. But there are some people that, and I think we all can acknowledge that there's gifting in design. Some people are just gifted in that area. And so sometimes I like to refer people to people that do obituaries really, really well. The thing about obituaries, even though you can do them, you have to work with the family. You have to do it in a very, very compact time. Like you don't have 7 to 10 days to do an 8-page obituary. Exactly. So you have to do it very compact. You got to talk with that family. You got to be respectful. It's just a process in doing obituary. So it's because of the nature of my life now. It's like obituaries. If I can pass it off, I do. I'm gonna be honest. But I do still do them, but I do refer them out a lot. I'll say it like that.
I love a good obituary for the sake of the money.
Yeah.
I love a good obituary for the sake of the money. I hate the time.
They pay,
I hate the time.
But the mental, and the time,
it's
the mental health.
Well, I love obituaries when it doesn't require, when everybody's picture doesn't have to be in there too. When you don't have to have Big Mama and every one of the grandchildren, Big Mama and all the children. Everybody has a poem they want to put in there. Please take that. Okay, say it at the graveside. Leave me alone.
I mean, I've been on a call with like 8 of the brothers and sisters. At one time, everybody want this, want that. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We still designing. It's just you got to be ready for that if you're gonna do an obituary.
And then I don't know
the bougie sister that lives in Texas.
Y'all, we just found Big Mama's high school photo. Can we change the photo out on the front? It's gotta be in print in 2 minutes. I'm not doing it.
So with that, because I've done several obituaries, you have to set a standard. People will only do what you're allowed to be honest. I ask them, what do you want? Do you want a 2-fold? Do you want a 3-fold? Do you want a trichotomy or dichotomy? Do you want how big it's going to be? Because when you tell me that, then I say, okay, well, I only need 10 or 15 pictures. That's all I can put on that. That helps them. Because honestly, they just seeing what they think they can see in. But I say, hey, you already know you got 10 good pictures. The person that didn't deal with the person that died, you probably not gonna have room for them, And
I'm not
can't tell them that, Rico.
I'm not cutting anyone out of these pictures.
Because then I'm also articulating that we got to hurry up and get these to the printer.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And the printers that I use, most people, they're pretty lenient about obituaries because you can't really determine when people die. People literally die that's never died before. They wake up dead. Some people
Exactly.
Wake up dead.
You have to have those. I'm very, 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 because they will stress you out. I'm very, very specific about hey, one picture for the front. Do you want a collage on the front? Okay, well, if we're going to do the inside, I only need 10 pictures, no more than 10, no more than 15. You want to do an insert? Okay, you want an insert? Okay, give me 20 pictures.
I'm not. Now that's my no. I'm not doing the insert. You get 4 or 8 pages. We are not doing a 6-page. We are not doing the insert. I hate it. I hate it so bad. I hate it so bad. Guys, this has been fun. Seriously, we got to wrap this thing up. This has been fun. Thank you all for answering the call to fight graphic design justice tonight as the bad boys of design. This has been really fun. I hope we get to do this again. It's been great meeting the rest of you guys. I've met Larico. I was telling Jericho, the only people I know in person are Larico and Jared. Those are the only 2 I've met in person. The rest of you, it's an honor to meet you guys and have this conversation with you all. Jericho and Urban Visionaries, thank you so much for providing this space.
Thank you, Jericho.
For creatives. For creatives, shout out to you. We love you and we appreciate you. And one last time, happy birthday, Janelle Albert. Just because we love you, it's your birthday. We love you so very, very much. Guys, this has been fun. We'll see you all later. Maybe there'll be a Bad Boys Part 2. Maybe. This is technically Part 2. There may be a 2.5. There may be a 2.5. Make sure you guys tune in for the next episode with Urban Visionaries, The Secret Life of a Teenage Designer.
Oh, that's
The
good.
Secret Life of a Teen Designer. There are several guests that'll be featured to talk about what it is to be a teen designer, many of whom people don't even know are in high school and junior high school out here killing the design game. Jerick is going to have an amazing conversation with the teenage designers. Make sure you guys tune in. May the 6th, set your alarms and your calendars so that you can be tuning in right here on Jericho Marie's page for the next episode with Urban Visionaries, The Secret Life of a Teenage Designer. We love you guys. We've got to go. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we design for you?